Aquarius, hello, and welcome to your weekly intuitive reading. I hope that you're doing well. Aquarius, you came to mind first. You are the first sign of the zodiac that I'm reading for this week. I'm not sure exactly why, but I feel like you're in need of a message. So we are in some very potent energies. The solar activity continues to rise, and we definitely have a major uptick in energy on the planet. Weather patterns are changing, people's behavior patterns are shifting and changing. Our consciousness is elevating and changing and shifting. So much going on. The way I see it right now is that there is a split in the energy as it's coming in very powerfully, high vibrationally. It is intense. So there's one side of the polarity of humans that are reaping the benefits of this high vibrational energy for the most part, and really ascending to new levels of awareness, consciousness, and allowing the universe to propel us forward into wherever it is that we are being shifted into. And then there's the other side of the polarity that are grasping, holding on, reaching, feeling a lot of tension and stress and anxiety. And if you're on that side of the fence, what I can say to you is let go. Let go, release. You're fighting against a current that you have no control over. This energy we cannot control, and it is showing us this very emphatically. So we're going to start off with an astrology card for you, just to get an idea as to what the energy backing this reading up is all about for you. So this is for sun, moon, or rising in the sign of Aquarius. These are general messages, so take what resonates for you and leave the rest. Try not to build a story if it's not resonating for you. Check with your moon or your rising sign, or any of the other zodiac that may stand out to you and speak to you, saying, hey, you might want to check me out. Let's see what we have here. 7th house. Profound relationships, intimacy, and romantic partnerships. Funny enough, Aquarius, this is what, honestly, we're all working through. Our ascension is all about our relationships to self, our relationships to others, and our relationship to the world, to life itself. 7th house, profound relationships. This is about deep soul contracts. These are also our intimate and romantic partnerships. And just the beloved friends, people who speak your same language, your heart and soul. Or on the flip side, somebody that you had been intimately, romantically connected to. We'll get deeper into this for you, Aquarius. Okay, we are going to start off with the soul's journey. For Aquarius. Sun, moon, rising, Venus, North Node, what is the message for Aquarius for this week? We have indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of life. We have death. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. And on the floor, bottom of the deck, overall message is all about peace, Aquarius. I'm a being of love, and I release all negative energy. Let's see what the last card is. Grief. So you may be in a relationship that your soul is telling you it's served its purpose, it's met its ending or mark, and now you are just going through the motions as to maybe it's just coexisting. There's been a lot of indecision as to what to do when it comes to a profound relationship, an intimate relationship, or a romantic partnership. It's important to touch base with your intuition, your feelings, how you feel. Death, I'm learning that endings are merely beginnings. This is why I say that you may have been undecided as to end a relationship. Maybe a relationship is coming to an end and you're going through the grief process of that. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Overall, this is bringing you to a much more peaceful place. I'm being of love, and I release all negative energy. So when we are in relationships, codependent relationships or otherwise, that have served its purpose in us learning about ourselves and expanding in our consciousness, but then the energies are not aligned anymore, that tends to bring out our shadow side and aspects of ourselves that really are uncomfortable to live with. It's almost as if you're living a double life or living a lie when you're engaged in a relationship that you're no longer satisfied or happy in. So this could be something that is coming up for you. And I don't know if I showed you the card for the 7th house of relationships, but that is what came up for me here. I kind of understand now why your energy was calling to me so profoundly. Okay, we're going to go into a little bit more of this here for you. For Aquarius, something's coming to an ending. But understand that that is just merely a beginning. When we close a door, when we close a chapter in our life, finally, and we've got to close the door, another door opens. But that door is not going to open until we close the door of the chapter in life that is ending. Sometimes we can keep that door kind of cracked open for a long time. That has to do with, well, you want to check with yourself, why have I stayed in something that is not fulfilling me anymore or speaking to my soul? Most likely it's safety and security, codependency, guilt, shame, you name it. Check with your reasonings as to why you, excellent. All right, well, what I have here is that there's a bit of a perfectionism within. Maybe worried about what other people think, maybe trying to keep up with the Joneses or the status quo of some sort. Serenity. Now, the energy being cranked up as high as it has been, bringing this relationship to an end is what's really going to be bringing you serenity, because you will no longer be false or lying to yourself, lying to someone else, playing a part, pretending. We can play those parts. We can play those parts for so long before they really begin to take over. We have intimacy at the bottom overall, because they were never deeply intimate to begin with. A lot of times we get into partnerships, romantic relationships because we are attracted, magnetized to the person for specific reasons, for specific lessons to be learned. But then we end up like clinging and attaching ourselves to that person, and maybe the other person to you as well. Maybe this is somebody that you married. Maybe this is somebody that you began a life and a family and all of that with. And now you're looking back like, I made all this commitment and I'm not happy, but decided to still play the part of whatever. And this is just an example. So grief, going through the grief process. But it's important to go through the grief process because understanding where you have not been fully expressing yourself in this relationship. And was there a deep connection, or was it more on the surface? Was it more, you know, I like red and so do you kind of thing, you know? Yeah, we have similarities and we like similar things, but is there a deep charge? Do you guys get intimate, vulnerable, transparent? Do you speak to each other's souls? Do you speak each other's language telepathically without even having to speak? The answer I'm getting here is no. And you truly desire deep intimacy when it comes to connecting with another human being. So in the meantime, important to release any negative energy. We have honesty below that. Look at that. Being really honest with yourself and with another about how you truly feel and what your needs are at this point in time in life. Okay. What else do we have for Aquarius? I'm sensing some freedom here as well. It's releasing yourself from what you had been tied to, chained to. Karmically speaking, energetically speaking, emotionally speaking. Let's look at this indecision with this perfectionism, needing to be excellent at whatever, you know, being all things to all people, or not looking a certain way. This is a lot to do with image, and that was what was holding me back. How are other people going to see me? What are other people going to say? What am I going to do all alone? Tell me about this indecision for Aquarius, please. This does not have to be necessarily an intimate relationship, but they are profound relationships. Childhood friends. What I'm getting from this card is it says profound relationship, intimacy, and romantic partnerships. Yeah, that's what's changing. Financial and material changes. So yes, if it is a marriage and this marriage is ending, or you're thinking of ending it, it brings up a lot of fear of how am I going to make it all on my own? This world is so hard. All this negative self-talk, right? And I feel like Aquarius, for whoever I'm speaking to, you have been suffering in silence in this relationship for quite some time now. Possibly most of the duration of the relationship. Okay. Here we go. I already said, when we shut the door, finally, to a situation, a relationship, an experience that has served its time, and we have learned the lesson and understood it's time to close that chapter. When we finally do make that change and shut that door, a new door opens. Prosperity begins. As well as just some of the prosperity is just the serenity, the pure, I did all I could do. I gave it my all, and go in peace and love. So it's not leaving a situation where you're blaming each other, and even if the other person's blaming you or whatever, that's on them. They're going to carry that baggage with them. But I'm not even getting that here. Of course, there's always going to be a grief process, because when we form relationships, we form them with our heart and soul. Okay. On the floor again. With our heart and soul. So healing the heart chakra. knowing that the most loving thing that you can do for yourself and for the other is to be very honest, open, and real, expressing your needs and where you are, and that this connection, there was a connection, but what you're seeking, what you're in need of now is a much deeper heart-centered connection that goes below just the surface. And we have the light at the bottom overall, connecting to the light, connecting to the incoming light energy that's coming in that may be assisting you in making these important choices and decisions for yourself. I'm not saying that you've already made this choice or decision, but this is something that's really taking over your energy right now. So if you have not, take heed as to your indecision and, you know, playing both sides of the fence. Where are you? How does that make you feel? Because as the energy increases and increases, it becomes more and more difficult to play a certain, it's just like perform a certain act or character that you used to do just naturally, and not really looking deeper at what that's doing, not only for you, but for the other. Be real, be honest. Bring the situation peace with this honesty. What else do we have for Aquarius? Things may be a lot clearer for you now as well. And if they're not quite yet, they will be. Clarity is just around the corner for many if it has not hit you already. Seven of Swords, self-deception, deceiving another. Four of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. This is really just reiterating everything that I've already said, Aquarius. Temperance. Justice in reverse. So the actions that you've been taking have been a bit deceiving, sneaky, needing to look a certain way on the outside, like, I know what I'm doing, I know that I'm right. Meanwhile, you're suffering in silence internally. Energy speaks louder than our words do at this point in time. Death. Well, Aquarius, you've been holding on, grasping onto this this vision. It may be due to a safety and security issue, Cancer, when it comes to this relationship. It could be very codependent, and this is something that you want to keep an eye on. But Queen of Wands also, it's something you intuitively know is not right for you, yet you hold on to it anyway. Queen of Wands can be a bit superficial. What do other people, I need to look a certain way. I don't want people to get into my business, talk about me behind my back or in front of me in a certain way. And that is definitely something that the universe is assisting you in balancing out, tempering all of that out, seeing that aspect of yourself in the mirror, seeing this aspect of yourself for what it is, because things have been out of balance for quite some time for you, Aquarius, and it's time to get back into balance with your life. Four of Cups below that, there's been a lot of complaints and maybe regrets, not taking in all of the gifts or being grateful for the gifts that the universe is giving you. Just sort of like, I'm over it because I have not gotten my way. My needs have not been met, like, ever when it comes to relationships. And yet you refuse to close the door on what is not working for you. So the universe is like, okay, do you want some more of what's not working for you? Here you go. We're going to give you more of what's not working for you until you can see yourself in that mirror. We're going to get you some advice, Aquarius. So bear with me while I get some more cards out for you. And in the meantime, if you are liking this video, this message, please click that thumbs up like button for me, as it does help with the YouTube algorithms. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I greatly appreciate all of you who take the time to do this. And I am also open for personal readings again. So if you're interested in having a one-on-one personal reading with me, you can book that through my website, which is BeTheChange333.com. That information is in the description box below this video. And yeah, let's see what last messages want to come out for you with regards to this situation. Creativity. Anything else? Retreat. It is time to co-create with the universe, with spirit. Truth. Yep. Overall, going through the ascension process, Aquarius. And it is time to really get in touch with your shadow aspects, parts of you that are in need of being healed, let go of. So it's important to get in touch with your creative aspects, especially your feminine energy, not gender, but energy. Acknowledge that expression, self-expression is important. The creative urges that may be coming your way, it's important to have an outlet for them. When you acknowledge your impulse to create, you're aligning yourself with the creator. It's the creator spirit. So start to notice how when you find something that you're really passionate about, that time flies by, you actually feel really amazing and good about yourself and about life in general. It is time, I don't know why I got the book out because the messages are coming through very clearly. It is also a time to retreat into your own self, home within the self. Find a place that feels like home. If you're in the midst of moving home, retreat to a safe place while the energies are working through you, because it looks as though you're going through a very indecisive time that is asking you to put an end to something, specifically a relationship, and there's a grief process that is meant to be honored, but this is bringing you to a much more peaceful place within yourself, and to honor the truth, your truth, the truth that's coming up for you. It's important because it's going to continue to follow you and haunt you until you do. So taking a good hard look at what is important to you, what are your emotions how are your emotions speaking to you, the energy speaking to you, the outside world is reflecting to you what is going on internally. And that is definitely a deep message as you go through Ascension. Maybe we will read Ascension for you. Below that is Slow but Steady. We'll read Ascension for you. These cards are new for me, and I know there's extra messages in them. Some of those following a spiritual path have Ascension as the ultimate goal. However, Ascension portrayed in art and literature, such as art and literature, as a great leap into instant nirvana, is actually a giant work of, well, art and fiction. Rather, ascension is the process of conscious living. We are all spiritual beings. We are all souls in a human body who are living life on this earth in order to learn and to grow at the soul's level. That is being spiritual. Whether you're conscious of it or not, you are walking towards ascension. Each experience, relationship, obstacle, joy, and creation will bring you one step closer on the ladder to where we all end, with a greater awareness of ourselves than what we started out with. This situation, at its best, is a rung on the ladder of your soul's path towards ascension. The situation you're inquiring about is assisting you on this ladder. Work at the bigger picture and know you are bigger than any issues or problems you may have. So that is another important message, Aquarius. I feel like you've been in your head a little bit too much when it comes to this. And I know that it is an important decision. As I'm feeling the energy, I'm feeling a hot flash actually kind of take over me. You just haven't really known what to do, but now the light codes, the energy that's coming in on the planet are assisting you truthfully to seeing the truth of yourself, the truth of this situation, this relationship, and it is time to make a decision for yourself. And this is a choice point for us all, North and South Node. So it's up to you. You can decide to stay and continue on this wheel and see where it takes you. Or you can choose to move into a new life experience. It's all up to you. I feel like you're putting it out on everybody else but you, but the universe is turning it back around. It's Aquarius. It's your decision to be made. So that is what I have for you this week, Aquarius. I hope that this was helpful for you, and I'm sending you out so much love. Take care. Bye.